Hey YouTube, welcome back again for another Skyfront 757 action figure review, Marvel Legends line. And here we are. Yes, today we're going to be doing Union Jack, folks. And I'm excited about this one because he is definitely a figure that I think Marvel nailed yet again. So we're going to get right into this guy. So here we go. Without further ado, Marvel Universe Union Jack. Where do I start? Okay, I know you guys think you're seeing double here, but, well, I guess you are. What we have here is the actual released figure. Here, let's get him right there, of Union Jack from the Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch line. And I got him posed here kind of strange, but I like to do that. But here he is. Let's get a good look at him. First things first. I know you guys seen this one up close. If you haven't, get him. He's awesome. He captures Union Jack perfectly. I mean, this is like I guess when he was with the Invaders during like the World War II era, this is a awesome incarnation of him. I mean, Marvel is really getting into these figures. I mean, these guys are small in terms of size, but Marvel's sinking their teeth in these figures. I mean, check it out. He's got the Webley revolver right there. You see that pictured right there? Hang right on that. He's got a dagger here. Now, sometimes I hear it's a mystical dagger. Sometimes, see, where are we at? Here. There we are. There we go. There's the dagger. Sometimes we just hear it's a dagger. You know, there's different incarnations of him and different storylines. I mean, I went on Wikipedia, checked them out. Really complicated. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on Union Jack. Never really read a lot of any comics with him in it, even though I did have some trading cards a few years back that kind of had him in the set, and it spoke briefly about him. I always thought the comic art on that card was awesome, so I was like, man, if they ever made that guy, I'd get him. Well, years later, here he is. But now that I have this figure, I'm making it my business to learn more about him. I know he's teamed up with Blade on a couple occasions, and they've done some work, you know, hunting the undead, vampires, monsters, that sort of thing. But without further ado, let's get into the meat of the figure. Okay, Union Jack here, like I said, he has that Webley revolver. He has that dagger. Those are his accessories. He has this nifty little, let's see if you can see that, little ammunition belt with pouches and there's various other items. It's like a utility belt type deal. You know, not to give him a Batman reference or anything. You know, no disrespect to Batman at all, but I mean, this guy looks like he's equipped for different missions. When people ask me, well, who is Union Jack? I say, you know, as far as what I envision him as a character and what I've read, think Captain America, but from Great Britain. I mean, keep it simple. That's who this guy is. I mean, genetically enhanced super soldier from Great Britain. Love this figure. Like I said, it captures the essence of the World War II version from the Invaders. He doesn't want to stand up there. And he looks good. I mean, there's no complaints here. The paint's nice and soft, you know. He's got, if you look at him real carefully, and you won't be able to capture that on camera or see that on camera. The camera doesn't really grab that, but he has washes. You know, he has a paint wash on him. On the arms and on the body and the blue areas and even on the legs. And, you know, but they didn't overdo it like they did with the Guardian figure. They just kind of really went into that figure with they just went at this figure a lot differently than they have some others in the past. This figure, you know, has a paint wash, but it's not overly done. It's not caked on with blacks and grays or whatever, but enough about the paint application. What I wanted to talk about is, if you get this figure, you got to have them. That's first and foremost. You got to have them. If you're doing these figures, if you're trying to create a Marvel Universe or superheroes or whatever you're trying to do, you got to have him. He's essential. But there's a lot you can do with this figure. I know Raw Bodies does a lot of custom work. I love the stuff that he's doing, and there's some other guys out there. One of the things that I noticed with this figure, and when I started doing research, is about the character. He has been around for a long time, doing different things and teaming up with different people. So there's like a World War II incarnation of the character, and then there's a current manifestation of this character, which is what I try to do back here. So I'm going to bring Marvel Universe Union Jack and bring the one that I kind of mocked up a little bit here. This is the one that I did here. What I did is I took another Union Jack and I added a G.I. Joe, well, just standard Hasbro from the 25th anniversary line, utility belt or gun belt with them, the web gear. Right here on the figure, kind of modernized the figure a bit, gave him a Elite Forces MP5 equipped with, yes, infrared. I don't know if the camera caught that, but that's what I did to this guy, just to spice him up and give him a more modern look. Sometimes I'll throw, a 9mm in his hand or, a 45 or something, just to give him a more modern feel. Sometimes I pose him with the standard Invaders look. But there's something else. I'm going to get one of these off because he doesn't want to stand up. Another thing that you can do with these figures, and not just the Union Jack, but any of the figures from the line, being that Hasbro makes the G.I. Joe figures, Hasbro makes the Star Wars figures, guys, you can do head swaps. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop him out of the shot here. And what I'm going to do is, the guy doesn't wear a mask all the time. So sometimes you can see the guy right here. Look at that, guys. Kind of just chilling, back at the base without his mask on. And sometimes I'll do that just for fun when I'm posing these figures or I'm doing setups. I'll set them up with a head swap from an extra G.I. Joe figure or Star Wars figure that I think kind of fits what the character looks like in their bios or in the comic books, unmasked, and boom, you end up with something like that. So I think it looks really nice when you swap the heads here every now and then just to get a different feel for the character and spice up your displays. So that was just something I wanted to share with you guys. And I'll be doing more of that stuff later on. But right now, let's get down to this figure. His articulation, I found, is posh. I was able to use this character right here in this particular line in a little contest me and my brother did. And, we posed this guy like he was something out of the Matrix. We did all kinds of stuff with him in different displays. You can see here's just a quick little pose here, mess around with him. This guy is full of action, and I love that. There's nothing like a figure. Got my hands all in the shot there, but there's nothing like a figure that poses with just a heroic, action-like stance. This guy takes the cake in those terms. But Marvelverse Universe Union Jack, definitely a home run hit for Marvel. Like I said, I went to Toys R Us. Now, I don't know if they're doing this everywhere, but I went to the Toys R Us and standing back here and get all these guys out of here. Come back in on. I went to the Toys R Us by my house, and they had these guys on clearance. They were running 2 for $10, so I snagged up a couple of them and did some custom work that you guys will be seeing later on if you check back by Skyper 757. And they turned out nicely, and he's definitely a figure that has multi-uses. Don't want to give too much away, but I'll throw names out there like Deadpool. He's getting pretty scarce right now. I'm looking for a Deadpool, but he can be used to customize into a Deadpool. Or they made a million Spider-Men, but you could do him or a lot of other guys. Or if you just do a head swap, he's a good standard body that you can use for customizing. If any of you guys are out there doing that or are interested in getting into that, because that can expand your universe as well. But getting back to Union Jack, great figure. Love the paint. Love the logo of the Union, the British flag on his chest. I'll get this off here so you guys can see that a little better. Bring you out of here. Pop this gun. But I want you guys to really see the detailing in the paint job here. Let's see it come off of him right there. Boom. There he is. Right there. Mr. Union Jack, folks. So if you don't have them, go get them. If you don't like them, then there would be no reason for you guys to get them because, it is what it is. It's Union Jack. I don't know, if anybody would use it for any other purpose other than that. But highly recommend this figure. Highly recommend the line. So far, so good. I've seen some of the things that Marvel have been doing in the past when I used to collect their figures, and there's been some ups and downs over the years. I'm sure all of us know that. But right now, Marvel looks like you're doing a good job with the Marvel Universe line. It's kind of hit and miss with the Legends line, but, who knows, they could maybe say, hey, let's get some of the developmental guys from the Universe line back on the team for the Legends line. That'd be a big plus, big win for everybody. I just want to say, shout out to Book, Nice 10, Rabbit Wolverine 97, let's see, Dylan 757, Mr. Mad Gus, Shartimus. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but everybody keep doing what they're doing. Raw Bodies, loving what you're doing, man. Hit me up sometimes. Maybe we can collaborate on some thoughts. Keep it real, keep it relevant. All right, guys, until next time.